Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Crafting with Holly. Today is the last Friday of August, and I am sharing one last piece of artwork that I have created with the Wildly Flowering Sweet Collection. And this month I was the featured artisan stamper crafter for the Klompen Stampers team, and what an honor it's been to share with everyone the artwork that I have created, not only for scrapbooking, card making, but now I have a mini album that I'm going to share with you as my last project for this month. But before I share that, I wanted to highlight for you the cards and the scrapbooking projects that I created, and there is a guide that I created with step-by-step instructions that not only show you how to cut all of the papers, all of the designer series paper, all the cardstock, but it also walks you through stamping techniques and tips and tricks along the way through the videos that I have also made to coordinate with these. So the workshop is 3 double-page scrapbook layouts, which I'll show you in just a minute, and then 6 different card designs to each of those designs. And these are the first 2 cards that I created that were featured on Jackie's blog, and I am going to show a video later because she's featured them on her blog and had requested that I not publicly share them. So I will be doing a video for this. I'll link it in the guides that I created, and you'll have access to that for those of you that place that $75 purchase on my website this month. This guide is coming to you with the attached videos. So thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoy creating all of these projects. Let me share with you the scrapbooking layouts. This is layout number 1, which will also be a part of that video with card number 1 and 2. The first week of August, I shared how to make this layout, which is layout number 2. And then the third month I showed, or not month, but third week, the second week, third layout, second week. Oh my goodness, is it Friday yet? I shared how to make this layout in the second week. And then during the third week, I shared how to make all of these cards, which was card number, I think it goes like this. This is card number 3, card number 4, card number 5, and card number 6. So those are in week number 3. And then here we are with week number 4. And I'm going to walk you through how to make this adorable mini album that I learned how to make back in I think it was either the 9th or 10th of August at our team event, my very first Stampin' Up! Team event. And look at how fun this is. It's a perfect little mini album to showcase your precious memories. It makes a great gift to give to someone. When you think about all the scraps that you have on hand, it literally used tons and tons of scraps, which was really a great use and really helped me kind of consume all of the paper in this designer series paper. I feel like it just kept giving birth every time I cut it. So let me walk you through how to quickly make this and put it together. I think you're going to find that it is really a great project. Just needed to grab some more adhesive over here. I've got all of my... So I took the mossy green, is that what it's called? Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm at a loss for words. What is this? Mossy Meadow, thank you. It is the Mossy Meadow green. Here are all the colors that I used in the entire workshop. Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow, Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat, and Misty Moonlight. And then I fell in love with this amazing ribbon, which is the Basic Beige ribbon. Oh my word, it is just so beautiful. And then I also used the Dashing Designs 3D embossing folder. I love the texture that that gives. So I took the Mossy Meadow cardstock, the 12 by 12, and cut it at 4 inches by 12, and then I scored it at 4 inches. And so you're going to want to take a bone folder and really crease those lines and those score lines so that you have your album lay flat. So we're going to start with that. There's 3 of them, so you need to do that for all 3 pieces. And I will make sure that my guide has the updated instructions on how to make the mini album, because this was just something I threw together at the last minute. So once you get those folded, burnish those edges with your bone folder, just like so. We're going to start building the album. And so you're going to take your first one. You want to make sure that the front of your album opens this way from the right to the left. And then we are going to, let's see how we're going to do this. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so then we're going to flip this one over and we're going to attach it like that. Okay, so take the next one. We're going to take some double-sided tape that I had left over from one of my kits. And we're just going to take off that backing. Whoops, very carefully. Just make sure that it's on there really good. Okay, and then you're going to line this up next to this and just be cognizant of the crease, because you want it to line up really nicely, but most importantly, you want it to fold over on top of each other so that they are equal, okay? So now we're gonna take the last panel, we'll turn it around, and it's going to go right in like that. Again, let's get some adhesive on here. This would make a great memory book for a trip that you took, or it would be a great gift for someone to just kind of capture some of their own personal memories in a quick little book. There's just so many ways that you can use these. So now we're going to nest those back inside each other, just like that. And there we go. There's the back. So now we're going to start building this. We're going to do the front last. So let's just open this up and I will walk you through how we're going to do each of these pages. And again, like I said, I will note the measurements for you so that you can recreate this yourself. But I'm going to use double-sided tape. Let's get this on quickly so that it doesn't take up so much time. My adhesive just ran out and my refills are upstairs, so I didn't want to get distracted and have to run upstairs. So let's just carefully get some double-sided tape. This stuff is so strong that you don't really need to use a whole lot of it, as you can see. And then I'm just going to peel off the backings, and then these are going to get mounted right onto the mossy meadow, and this is wild wheat cardstock. Absolutely love the thickness of Stampin' Up! Cardstock. And then we're going to take the photo mats, and these are 3.5 by 3.5, so that you have a nice border. Oops, let me peel that off. Being a little bit cumbersome. And then we're going to take the Designer Series paper, and we are just going to put it right over here like this, and just make sure that the flowers are going in the right orientation. If you can see, there's this beautiful Moody Mauve, tone on tone, and then this beautiful flower pattern. So I really wanted to highlight that. So I did cut my paper so that you could see that orientation really pop. And now we're going to do these two, which is the center, and they have a decorative element on them. So we're going to go ahead and put the photo mats down first. Whoops. Let's not try and hurt ourselves today. Well, I am just all thumbs today. I'm ready for the weekend. How about you guys? It's been a very, very busy week in my house. Recovering from moving my girls in to their dorms and houses last week. And my body was like, I need a break. But that didn't stop me because we had a lot to do at the house, and we've been getting ready to paint our den and do some very necessary updates in my house. Painting, trim work. My house shows its age of 21 years. Okay, so now we are going to attach Early Espresso, one of my favorite colors, just down here at the bottom. It's just a really pretty accent. And then again, making sure that I see the orientation of the flowers, which is just like that. And I did not use foam tape on these decorative elements because I want this to lay flat. So you can just take some double-sided tape and glue dots, if you wanted to, would be also a nice touch, easy to attach on here, especially since these little areas are so narrow. But I'm going to just stick them on just like that, and then just pop off that tape, making sure that it stays onto your piece of paper. Whoops. Okay, and that one is going to go like that. And then this one, let me just burnish that a little bit more with my scissors. This one is going to go like that, and just kind of stagger them. Okay, and now we are ready to do the last 3 pages. So let me just open this up. Absolutely love using squares and triangles, and they're just such a nice accent. And let me just trim, whoops. This one's going to go in this corner with a little bit of a border. And then the goal is to line up the Designer Series paper after. Whoops, and that is at the end of its rope. Got a little bit left on here. Let's see how far we can get this to go. Might be grabbing my glue dots over here. In fact, I think the glue dots might be faster. Way faster. So let's just do this. Let's get one in each of the corners. Whoa, those are some sticky glue dots. They are not wanting to come off. They might be really old glue dots. I am guessing, if they're tearing the paper that much, right? Yeah, those are not good glue dots. Well, that's kind of disastrous, isn't it? Okay, let's see, how did I do this? That's right. Okay, I put this down first, like so, and then I attached, let's see, this right on top of the photo mat so that you can see that it lines right up, and it's one continual line. I think for the sake of getting this done the best way, we're going to use some glue. And this one is going to go up here in this top corner. I love this green glue because it is not only repositionable, but it does not warp when you use it with paper. So it is a really nice glue for making cards and also scrapbooking. And it is a lot faster than what I was doing. Okay, one last little piece right here, and then we'll do the front cover. We're gonna put this one down first. Okay. And then I'm going to show you the trick with the ribbon to get that on the front. Okay, let's get all of this garbage out of my way. And let's do the front cover. And can you see that textured embossing folder? The Dashing Designs. It is such a beautiful folder. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to line up the ribbon where we want it. And you are going to tie the bow. That's right. It's going to get secure, but when you open up the album, it's going to go loose because we're not securing the ribbon underneath it. We're only securing it on top, and by tying it, it keeps it closed. So just go ahead and line it up the way you want it and tie your bow just like that, and then grab your scissors. Hopefully they have not gotten a lot of adhesive on them, so you can trim your ribbon without it fraying, like that one. There we go. Okay, and we want it down a little bit farther because we want this piece to kind of cover it up. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, get our adhesive on here. Whoops, got some adhesive where I don't want it. And just kind of hold it there for a few seconds. And then we're going to put the pattern paper, DSP, right over top. Again, make sure that the orientation of it is where you would like it. And then I used foam tape, 3D foam tape, and I popped up the frame. And I had to cut it in half in order to get around the edges of this beautiful frame. And that is the coordinating die for the wildflower designs. And there are the frames and the flowers that I used. And then I took the frame. You can see which side has the indentations on it where you cut it. So this is the side that I want to attach the foam tape to. And I'm just carefully putting it in the center so that it doesn't show. Whoops. Love the dimension. There's that one, and then here's this one. Then I'm going to go ahead and peel off the backing ever so carefully because this is super, super sticky. And then I will get this mounted, and then we'll do the center, and I'll stamp the sentiment. And This You've Been on My Mind is a sentiment that came from the Wildflower Designs cling stamps, but I'm going to show you a different stamp set for this one because I'm going to give this album away to someone. And I found the cutest saying, "Any day spent with you is my favorite day." It was a stamp of the month from Close to My Heart from years ago. Actually, probably only just a year ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. And I just thought that it was really perfect for this. So I'm using the Mossy Meadow. It's a negative space from when these frames were cut out. And here's my original one. So the negative space from this is right there. Just use those spaces, you guys. Anything that you have from your stash from cutting these, save them, because oh my goodness, look at how perfect that is with this album. And then this is one of the frames from the thin cut, or the dies, and it's this smaller frame. And so this one gives you a little bit of a border. And then I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow ink because it really is just a nice soft color on here. And we're gonna just take this little guy, just gently tap it. And I'm going to put it right here. As you can see, I got a lot of ink on here because Stampin' Up! Ink pads are super, super juicy. That's so cute. And then we're going to use some regular foam tape. I'm going to stick it in the center. Just like that. I just want that ink to dry so it doesn't smear. And we're going to just set this right here. Whoops. And you'll notice that favorite is spelled what we would consider the English way, and that's because I made a mistake when I bought this stamp set, and I bought the E version instead of the US version. So that's why favorite is spelled that way, if you're wondering. And then we're going to just take this little guy, add some adhesive right here in the corner. Because it's already popped up, I don't need to add any more. And I'm just going to hold that there. Let's move him up just a little smidge. And then all we're going to do is take some of those really nice elements. Here they are on my craft table. And these are the adhesive back textured dots, which I absolutely love. So we're going to take a large one, put it there, take a small one and put it there, and then take another small one and stick it right there. And there you have it. We have a really beautiful gift to give to someone. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful holiday weekend for those of you that are in the United States. We have Labor Day coming up on Monday, and I just appreciate you guys so much joining me every time I post a video. And again, thank you for those of you that are already subscribing to this channel, but if you aren't, I'd love it if you would just pop that notification down there to get notifications every time I share a new video, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much.